Cancer, how you doing? So, if you haven't seen your channel messages, I would advise probably either not, I don't know, because I was definitely hearing chuck your secret sauce in there. Now, just chuck your secret sauce in there. So, I don't know, some of you are in S&M or something, or like, I don't know, putting your secret ingredient in there. I'm hearing that, I'm just going to put my secret ingredient in it. So, I don't know, in it, Steve or Stephen, another one. But like, I'm just going to put my secret sauce in there. So, I don't know, some of you might, I mean, me, I'm a bit of a cooking enthusiast because I've been on a diet for the last 2 or 3 weeks now. Okay, single and all that kind of stuff. I don't know, because like when you, I don't know with you, but like when it works with around karma, is that normally when I like take back control of my own life, basically, through any circumstance in life, I always end up going back to being healthy and fit and looking into basically, I don't know, just feeling completely different. And I think a lot of you have probably ended a cycle here for a lot of you, okay? And that when you're kind of like not fighting against with people or for them or anything else, I think when things are natural, I think that's when the natural self of yourself starts to take an effect on your physical form and shape of your person. So you could really be dealing with someone that has Scorpio in their chart, okay? But I'm hearing that now that I'm okay, now I can actually, and I've got time to now focus on the things that are really important to me for your messages. There's more here. Okay, so if you just found the channel, I also channel messages and tarot read. The other one was just channel messages. But for a lot of you, I'm hearing now that because now I actually feel so much better, and because actually now that I can actually start to do something through August, is now because I can start to look into my health again. And now I can start to concentrate more on things that actually make me feel happy instead of really like arguing and shouting and screaming and all that kind of stuff. It feels like that your energy has changed, and I definitely feel like around a Scorpio energy or an Aries, okay, person. And it feels like that now things have changed for me. Now I've got time on my hands to really concentrate on what matters the most, which is oneself, which is why I'm picking up like a whole makeover for a lot of you, or like Hanover or Hannah, okay, but like a whole makeover. So kind of like a spa day or a spa date or something like that, or a date. You could actually be going out on a date with someone new for a lot of you, or like you're booking up dates to go somewhere, or like you're buying something new, or you have something new. They could definitely keep saying something new about you. There's something, sorry, also it's very hot in the UK still. It's a little cooler today, but very muggy in here. So like something new is going on in your reading and in your energy of like, now I'm free, now I'm available, and now I don't have to worry about things anymore. And because something is done, like completion of a karmic cycle or finished with a person and something like that, and now that you're okay, it feels like that you're physically fighting yourself fit again in order to be able to like be like Rocky, basically. So like you know, I'm looking into health, I'm looking into my fitness, or I'm looking into like adding ingredients into certain things to make it my own, okay? Music related stuff as well for myself. And then also, because I'm hearing I'm going to put my secret sauce in it. So I don't know if you're, because me, I make things like noodles, okay, like plain dry noodles, because you can have those on the Slim World diet thing. And I have a lot of chicken and noodles, and I just kind of like mess around with like flavorings and stuff like that. And I actually put an egg in there as well when I'm cooking with noodles, but a full one, okay? And then I add loads of ingredients. So unless you're doing spellcraft, witchcraft and all that sort of stuff, but I definitely keep hearing like I'm adding ingredients and like putting in a little bit of this and shaking a bit of pepper and a bit of salt and like, you know, avant-garde or whatever y'all call it. But like put my secret sauce in it, or like you're cooking and it, or you're cooking up. Hopefully not rocking up and cooking up, but like cooking up is also music references. I'm going to cook up a batch. So some of you really are cooking up a batch of something, or you're batshit crazy, I don't know, but hands up if you're batshit crazy. So that's something that I'm actually going to bring to people that I actually said in the chat yesterday. Hands up if you're batshit crazy. That's going to be a Steve t-shirt that I'm going to look into actually probably today. Try and get something merchandise up and running for people that keep asking about t-shirts and stuff. I never really thought about it, to be honest, but yeah, I think the first one's going to be hands up if you're batshit crazy, okay? but like cooking up a batch of something. But cooking up is also, like I said, music. That's normally what they say in music references. Like, this stuff is fire. Or like, I'm going to cook up, right? So if you have a sequencer or if you have a MIDI controller or something like that, it's basically known as cooking up, like an MPC or something, right? So some of you could be into that. Some of you are into cooking, okay, and putting your secret ingredient in it, into Steve or something. Like, I'm into, some of you are into me, but like I'm into Steve, or I'm in something. I'm in. Eileen. Come on, Eileen. Whoa, I swear on Eileen at this moment. Come on, Eileen. Eileen, or Kylie, or Kyle, or Laney. I think we had those before. But like, come on, Eileen, Laney. But like, come on, Eileen. So Dixie's Midnight Runners. So some of you, like, you're doing the running thing, and you're like, you listen, I'm doing the running man. I'm going to run, rabbit. Some of you are cooking rabbit. I'm also hearing ravid, or David, or David, or Davy, or Evie, but like Rabid Fighter, which is a T-Rex song. Rabid Fighter, or Rabbit. Someone could be from London or the UK here, because I'm hearing Chaz and Dave. So they're named Dave, or like Chaz and Dave, or like like rabbit, rapping, or rap it, or rap it. I don't know, rapping, like. Spitting rhymes, bruv. That's probably you spitting on it. Like, listen, bruv, just gives the mic, I'm going to spit on it. Like, no, you don't spit on the mic, bruv. You'll rap into it. What do you mean? Hold on a minute. You got any wrapping paper? No fucking rodders. You don't wrap the actual microphone. You fucking drop it, right? So it's like, oh, well, how are you gonna wrap into it? Well, I don't know. I need some wrapping paper. No, bruv. Tyrone, listen. You do not wrap a fucking microphone, right? And you don't actually fucking spit on it either. You actually like spit rhymes into it. Oh, is that what you do? Yes. So some of you might be like me, looking into putting your microphone in the hole, bruv. I don't know. But like, just bung it in the hole. That's all you need to do. Is just, I mean, this is so simple. You'll just bung a microphone in there, and it actually has like a. Some of you really could be into this. I don't know. I'll probably put it on Angel Radio and do a thing on it. But it has a vocal button, okay, and it's designated for vocals. So you can, I'm just going to, just give us a sec, in case any of you are into music. But on this Roland Verse Labs MV1, you can set scenes, right? So you can go from scene 1 to scene 2, and you set out your beat and everything that you've got, and it's all set into kit. So it's got like kick, snare, drum, and then it's got like kit 1, kit 2, and then it's also check 1, check 2, check. But like, then it's got a vocal button, and then you can set scenes and have it on scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, scene 4, and duplicate them all over. And then go on to scene 2, and then take out the bass and take out the beat, and then go on to scene 3, and then add it back in, and then probably add a bit more. And then you make your track that way. And then basically when you're looking at the vocal section, you can actually then go back to scene 1 and just add like the intro part to it, like, yeah, check, listen, right? And then you can go on to like, right, stop records, go on to scene 2, start singing or start rapping or whatever. And then basically, like, keep that one, go on to scene 3, and then add your piece and blah, 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 and then scene 4 and so on and so forth. And then play it. And then you can mix it, master it, and produce it all in one box. So, I don't know. Unless any of you are really into that. This would relate to me because I am a 7. So, yeah, my Saturn is also in Cancer as well. So, yeah. Anyway. So that's that. So, a few more channel messages there for you. Cancer, what have they got coming up? So y'all got the devil in reverse. So from some of you, you've finished with the past. It's too toxic and I'm kind of over. You're giving up on addiction. You're trying to look after your health. You're giving up on anything that is toxic in your life and pretty much had enough. And I am no longer like looking into anything that is bad for me. What I'm actually looking for now is things that are good for me. So like I said, that message where I was saying around health, okay, and an energy of when you come out of something that's very karmic energy, when you do that, you start to put the health back into oneself, okay? So unless you're still really caught up in anything here that is like, but normally the devil in reverse for me is someone that is broke away and broke out, like got out of jail or just got off with something. Okay, so I'm now hearing like I just got off with something, or Steve, but I've just got offered something. So somebody might be offered something very tempting and alluring here, is what I'm hearing. Now, I don't know if that's relating to anything drug related. This is also a Gemini, because it's a 6, so it's a Capricorn Gemini. But through this card, what I'm hearing, because I'm not a book reader, so what I'm hearing is that someone has just been given or thinking about giving someone a tempting offer. Now, if this is anything around drugs and stuff like that, it feels like it's being turned down because I'm not interested. Because I am trying to like look after myself now. I'm trying to look after my health. I'm trying not to get into anything that's toxic. So, but it also has desire within this energy. So I'm still looking for something that's better for me and not worse for me. Okay. So I don't know if any of you are like receiving or giving a tempting offer to a person, or you're receiving one. Like I said, there's a paradox energy here, right? So what I'm hearing is that you're receiving certain energies that are coming into your space in August that you're receiving as an actual offer, but you're not interested. But then there's another one that you are, because you still have desire. Okay, so it feels like that I do want to set something up, but I actually don't want to go back into the past energy of, because this is always X marks the spot, is how I normally read this card. So I don't really want my ex back. I don't want to go back into a cycle. I don't want to go back into anything that's toxic. But what I do want is something new. So it's turning something down to be able to be free to do something new. So I don't know if anybody's escaped from prison or a lunatic asylum, okay, or the name's Simon, but like, or Cynthia, okay, or Steve, or Sarah, or S. But like, I'm definitely really considering like doing something that I enjoy now, because I'm not tied down. Because this is S&M and shit like that, but this is also like I'm not tied down anymore. Okay, so I'm not attached to anything that is karmic in my life, even though you always are. It's kind of like, but now I'm free, I've just ended a cycle and I'm now fine in order to be able to do what I want. So I don't know if any of you are like really struggling with a person, living with a person that is a very addictive person to be around, okay? Because there's an era of like someone that you may be around that is not for your highest good, okay? And that might be why you're turning an energy down, because it's not for my highest good, it's not for my highest need either, okay? Because if I'm trying to like stop being tempted to do something, the only way that I'm ever really going to do that is by forgetting the past and moving forward, for a lot of you. I would not really normally read the devil in reverse as that, but I am this one because it's forbidden fruit energy also. So it's kind of like the unforgiven. So it would be the bands, right? What do you call it? The unforgiven, the forgiven. But like forgive and forget, basically. So I can't forgive it, I can't forget it, it's finished, it's over, okay? And the unforbidden is basically the unforbidden fruit of the apple. So but I'm also hearing, you are the sunshine of my life. So something to do with around the Leo energy, or some kind of very karmic situation that you have going on at home here for a lot of you. But it's also coming out for me, is coming out with something, right? So, because I'm hearing, I'm coming out tonight. Because I'm also hearing spill the bean, so the name Beanie, or flick the bean. But like, somebody's flicking their own bean. I'm just putting it out there. But like, flick the bean. Little man in the boat, just need to flick it. Anyway, don't go and flick it. Someone else, don't flick it. No, you'll... Anyway, let's have a see. Let's have a see. Lucy, I'm hearing loose, or Lucy, or Lucifer. But, Cancer, Sun rising Venus, Jupiter, North Node for August. Sorry if I'm sweating profusely here. What the fuck is that, man? They are all in reverse. Really? Bruv, what is going on? Well, this one actually flew out. One flew over the cuckoo's nest in reverse, so I am going to take that one. But like, yeah, they were all in reverse. So yeah, same aspect basically, right? Some of you could really be dealing with a Piscean though, because I'm definitely picking up like a 3. I should really take that, to be honest. Sorry, man, I have completely and utterly messed up your reading. But that should have been there because it came out, but because everything it was in reverse... Oh, I can't be asked. You could be dealing with a Pisces or a mum here, or you are a mother. And there is something that is toxic around you being a mum, and that may be why you're kind of like thinking of yourself first because you are a mother, okay? So it's kind of like, you know, I have to take priority over my life because I am a mother, and I have to basically think first before I act, okay? So there's a lot of thinking, but this is why it could be a Gemini, okay, energy as well. And of like, I'm thinking first and like very tempted, and I'm thinking about making an offer, but I have to consider things first because I am a mum. Or I have to think about my mum first before I do anything. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node for August. So the Queen is here. So, like I said, it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's basically cutting out the past. You're finished, you've had enough. For a lot of you, someone might want to know an answer, but I think that when it arrives, is a no. It's a no, okay? From the past. Because you're forgetting the toxic energy and you're cutting it out. So, unless you guys here are still married here, but this could be around your mother or your sibling. You got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and you've kind of got this trying to forget the past, but then also someone might try to come back into your energy, but you're like, no. Because the devil in reverse is something that is very toxic, and it is very toxic for you, and it's not good for you. Okay, so it's kind of like the Queen is saying that I don't want to go back into this, and really, to be honest with you, it's kind of over and it's finished. So you might get some kind of energy that tries to, or like contact you in certain energies, in certain ways, but you end up saying no. Okay, pass. I'll pass. El Paso. I'm also hearing an Al Pacino, but like or an Alpaco. Alpaco. Is that a bit like a llama that spits at you, like an alpaca? Or you've got a dog that's an alpaca, or something like a big dog here, like a I don't know what they call them now. I can see it, like real big long ears and like a droopy. Let's see. Snoop Dogg. Some of you like Snoop Dogg. Who don't? But like or Charlie Brown. Name Charlie or Brown. Some of you might be sequencing something around like prodigy, like Charlie says. Anyway, Cancer for August 4. See, y'all got your channel messages were completely different. Well, kind of the same-ish, because it's making an offer to someone and it's saying no to one but saying yes to another maybe, because some of you still want to go into union with your past and some of you don't. And for you guys that don't, it feels like a new offer is on its way, because there's the 3. It's like they're celebrating something because I've just completed it and it's over and it's finished, but some of you or somebody connected with you may still want closure. Because it feels like that I'm going to turn one down because of what I am interested in, maybe a Piscean energy, but like I am making an offer, but I'm also not, like I'm not interested in the past, I'm actually interested in moving on and moving forward. So the answer to the past is no, and the answer to the future is obviously yes, because it always is yes to the future, okay? So, because you never say yes to, you never say no to future, okay? But you say no or yes to people, so it's kind of got this energy that might be involving a Libra, like it's either yes or it's no. It's either yes or it's no. It's either one way or the other, but I can never really tell. Because really what I'm picking up, it's no to the past and it's a possible yes to the future. Which means a cycle has completed itself, it's ending, it's coming to closure, because these are slightly earlier now than August. And it's coming to the end. This is why the Jim Morrison reference is here. Cancer for August. So yeah, there you go. It's coming to an end. So there is some sort of travel plan that you may have of going somewhere, because it's making an offer to go and visit. So I don't know if you're going to visit grandparents or parents or siblings or a person, or you are talking to them online, because this is talking to someone on multimedia. It's also watching someone on multimedia. Okay, so this wouldn't be where your past is spying on you, unless you have channels and stuff like that and you're actually bothered that they watch your channel. I wouldn't worry about that. Okay, but like, I'm definitely hearing this energy of like somebody like making an offer, which is talking to someone online. Okay, so it's text messaging and so on and so forth. Okay, but also wrapping up a cycle, because I believe that what I'm hearing is two aspects of your actual reading of both. Okay, is no to the past but a possible yes to the future of trying to talk to somebody new online. Okay, is trying to find a common interest with someone that doesn't hold this quality here of why this is now all upside down, because this is, whichever way you look at it, it's turning someone down, it's turning someone off, but it's also turning someone on of new. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a strange energy for me to try and tell you, because it feels like that I'm not really turned on by this anymore. Okay, this doesn't turn me on anymore. This is not really what I'm looking for. It's got no quality to it. There is no love here. It's just kind of like a sexual thing where someone may just use someone for sex and that's it. Okay, and it's kind of like, look, I don't want you tempting me around just sex. That is not what I'm tempted for. Because this can be like where an ex basically gets in contact with you, and what they do is that they try to coach you back into, well, this could be a life coach or a coach, but like coach you back into a toxic situation by like dirty remarks of stuff like, you say, if you've been seeing for someone for quite some time, okay, and it's only really been about that we've only ever gone back into the cycle because of trying for sex, but that's roughly it. Okay, that kind of energy feels like that someone might try to use that tactic to get someone it back into a past relationship of a cycle that you've tried your best to move from. Because normally if you're not speaking and you're not talking, and these energies have been very toxic between the past and yourself, okay, normally your past can come back and say, you're right, how you doing, David Schwimmer? And you're like, no, bruv, I can swim off. Okay, so you've kind of got that where someone might start to use, I don't know, like a sexual thing to get someone back into a past relationship that you've had with this person here. And it's an ongoing cycle. It's basically where some of you have probably just met up with someone that you've been dating for a while, but basically it's just a sex thing, okay? But that might not be what... I'm also hearing sexting as well, though. So some of you could, like I said, it's getting very confusing around your messages. Some of you could be sexting someone, but you're not interested in the past. It's the same for your channel messages. I'm not interested in the past, I'm interested in something new. And I might be sexting someone else, but not you, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so I don't know where that's coming from, because that could be like a paradox, because both of these energies are paradox energies. Because this is a Gemini and a Capricorn, it's also someone very toxic from the past. And this is also a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But a Libra would be a 2, a Gemini would be a 6, which would mean here as well. Okay, and then it would also be Aquarius, which is an 8, which is involving a Leo and an Aquarian. Okay, so all of these people in your life that you know of could have those same aspects of people around you that you're saying no to, but you are saying like yes to the future. Okay, because it's moving on. Cancer for August. Star, there you go. So you got Aquarian, so you got 8 Leo. So I told you there. This could be an Aquarian Leo. So you got another paradox energy here. Okay, so it's the same message. It's no to the past and yes to the future, because this is divine. It's divine timing, and it's also meant to be, and it's meant to happen. So if you continue to make what happen what you want to happen and not what you don't, if you forget the past and you look for something fresh and new and exciting, then you go towards the future of destiny. Okay, but if you go back into a cycle, you don't. You go back into karma. If you go into the future, you go into destiny of writing your own. So it's a progression of something that is very new and exciting for you, because it makes you feel good. It doesn't make you feel this way. Okay, so for me, it's kind of showing me this paradox that you may have of forgetting the past and going towards the future. The star is always driven by future, because it's destiny, which means that it could end up being something that is divine, like metaphysical, because it could be at distance here. You see, because it's at a distance, it starts off as a metaphysical connection, and then it progresses through the future of actually coming into fruition of an actual destiny, right? So it's a chance meeting and something like that of something new that you've got here, but what you are also saying no to, I feel, is the past, and that's why the devil is in reverse here. Because that's the devil in disguise, right? So it's like, I'm not trying to be in disguise, okay? It's just like full disclosure, okay? So it's kind of like, I want closure. You see, you might have someone approaching you. You see, if it's you guys that are still looking for closure, it's not you that's looking for the future. If you've got a person that's contacting you and you're saying no, and you're not really looking for closure at all, and you've moved on, you're moving towards the future. If you're a Cancerian and you are looking for closure, then, I don't know, there's a possible chance that you could still be connected with that person here, but you would still go back into this, even though this is a progression of past and future, you'll still end up going back into that and turning it upright, and it will end up being the devil in disguise again. Okay, so it's another karmic cycle that's played out with the past. If you have moved on with the past and you've physically forgotten, left and moved on, and you are looking for something fresh and something new and a new beginning, if you are that Cancerian energy or a life path 7, then there's a good chance that you can meet someone new and start fulfilling your life. Health, okay, looking after oneself, that's what I'm saying. When you end a karmic cycle, and I've done this so many times in my own cycles, when you end karmic cycles and you are free and available and ready and just kind of like feeling very good, karma has this funny way of making you feel healthier. Okay, it really does. It's also my CPAP machine, but like I'm not getting on very well with that at the moment because it's very hot. But like karma basically makes you feel good when you're not attached with this energy. When you're detached completely and it's over and it's done, and closure is whether it is or whether it isn't, but you're just like finished. You then start adding things into your life that makes it more fulfilling. So health, fitness, quitting smoking if you want, but like eating, anything like that, like music, having time on your hands, meeting someone new that is fulfilling your energy of what you want, okay, is to be able to fulfill your energy of what it is that you desire and not what this person desires, which means that you are no longer chained and bound by a person that doesn't want what you want. You're no longer arguing between like a Gemini and a Capricorn energy of fighting and arguing over who wants what and who doesn't want what, when you're like, I don't really give a fuck, right? Not in a bad way, but just like I'm out. It ends this cycle here and you progress forward with a fresh new beginning and an outlook for your life of August. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to look further into your August reading, once I have literally had a cigarette and stopped sweating, is to go over to Patron, which will be on both tiers, okay? And we're going to look into the rest of your August and see what the progression of the reading is. I think what I'm going to try and do also is tell you about energies of past of what happens and also future, because I think a lot of you really are trying to move on here and forget the past. So I've got this feeling of old and new here in your reading, so I think that's going to progress as both readings, so I'll try and give you both. But we'll look over it on Patreon. If you want to join, you can find all links provided below. Obviously, after the monthly, I'm really considering changing things up where you might only get weekly or bi-weekly readings over on Patreon for star signs. Definitely more likely the first week, okay? Because I'm going to leave it open in order to do some other stuff. So, and also have a little bit of time free because I don't have to upload 2 or 3, 4 videos. So it gives me a little bit more time. So if you are interested, if you are on the full access bundle, it charges you on the first, but you may have, well, you will have access, but you may have access to readings that may not appear over on here. And I don't do a video to let everybody know that it's over there. So it's up to you, but it's all provided below. Thanks so much, Cancer. I really appreciate it. And I will see you soon.